Okay, hello everybody. I am pleased to be joined by Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. I haven't seen both of them in a very, very long time. Yes. Hello, how are you doing today, both of you?
Good.
Great to see, to talk to you. It's been a long, long time. I understand Santa and Mrs. Claus, there's a lot going on at the North Pole right now. There's toys being made daily.
Oh, yes. Yes. We're very, very busy right now.
How are the elves and how are the reindeer doing?
The elves and reindeer are good. We're busy. The reindeer are very healthy this year. We've been keeping good, and we have a very good elf that takes care of them very well.
Very nice.
And they're well fed. Not overfed, of course, because we won't be able to fly. If they get too big, we won't be able to fly.
Yes, they need to be well fed, well taken care of. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. And how about like the big workshop with the elves? How's all that going in there, making all the toys?
Oh, very, very busy. Yeah, very busy. This year we have a lot more requests, it seems like, than earlier years. Every year it gets bigger and bigger because of all the babies being born and then growing into little ones. And even sometimes we get some requests from the big ones, too.
From the big ones. Yes, like me. Hopefully I'm on the nice list. I've tried really, really hard. I hope I'm on the nice list this year.
Oh, you are. Yes, you are.
Fantastic.
It's hard to get on the bad list.
Fantastic. I know that there's a lot of young ones listening in right now. They were really looking forward to this, Santa. There's a grade school right here in Amherstburg. I'm sure you've come here many, many times. And
yes, I've been there many times, yes.
You know the town. You might forget about it until you come here. But,
no, I never forget where I go.
Very nice.
You're right by the Detroit River.
We are, yes. So all the little ones out there, Santa knows all the geography. Speaking of, geography and where you're going to go, Santa, what's it looking like this year? Is it going to depend on the weather, what route you take from the North Pole?
Oh, yes. This year is going to be tricky. The weather is really crazy. It's all over leaves like all over the globe. The snow and the winds. We have to watch that for, Santa and the reindeers don't want to get blown out out of the air. So we have to be very careful. Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, that is true. You got to be very careful with the weather.
Luckily, we have Rudolph with his red nose, so the snow isn't too bad because he can lead us, but it's the wind we have to worry about.
Oh, I can only imagine. I've never got to fly, on a sled with reindeer. You get the luxury of doing that every year. Does it ever get a little rough out there?
Oh, yeah. So we've ran into some rough patches, but we always, between me and the reindeer, we always figure out a path around it or a way to protect ourselves from it.
Yes. Now, Mrs. Claus, have you ever gone out on a journey with Santa on Christmas Eve?
Yes, I have.
Wow. How often do you do that?
Well, I come out, and by the 25th, and he's halfway around the world, he gets pretty tired. And so I have to come with my hot cocoa and my cookies and help him out. And so I ask all the kids out there if they would just leave Santa a glass of milk and a cookie to help him, because some of the reindeers will sneak it, or the elves will take them. Yeah, they sneak in there and they get those cookies.
Yes.
So we have to keep an eye on them. So I go out sometimes when Papa's really tired.
That's so nice of you to do that. It's not an easy job going all over the world in one night.
But we're used to it.
Yeah, you've been doing it for such a long time.
Yes.
And thank you. You spread, joy to all the boys and girls all over the world. It's amazing. Everybody loves Christmas.
But we also don't forget, when we're traveling, we have Rudolph with his nose so bright that guides us through the night.
Yes, I'm sure all the little boys and girls out there have heard that song or are learning it, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And they should learn Santa's coming to town.
Yes, I completely agree. But you both are coming to town on December 7th, the 14th, and the 21st to the Outlet Mall, Windsor Crossing.
Yes, we are, Windsor Crossing. And we will be there from 1 to 4 on the 7th of December, the 14th of December, and the 21st of December. So we'll be there. And if you want, bring your mom and dad's cameras, and you can take a picture with us.
That's fantastic. So I hope all the little boys and girls out there are hearing this. Maybe they get to come to Windsor Crossing this weekend or the weekend after that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get to see you.
And also, if they can't get there, we have other places that we're going to be. And we're going to be on the 8th of December. We're going to be at a Serenity Escape Salon and Spa. And it's at 11256 Tecumseh Road East from 12 till 3. And there's also a restaurant right beside it. They're hosting it, but they're bringing Jerry and Jenny's Diner. It's well known. So we're going to come and have a bite to eat and visit with Mr. and Mrs. Claus there.
Very nice.
Yes, we would love to see you guys.
Oh, everybody would love to see you too. I'd love to see you as well. Are any of the elves going to make a stop in, or are they too busy?
Yes. No, they're going to be coming as well. And we're going to have one special. He's called Billy the Elf, and he's going to be with us every Sunday that we're out. But Saturdays, I can't bring anybody down because Santa and I have talked to them, and they're so busy making the toys and getting ready for Christmas that we just can't bring. We can only bring one down on Sundays. I'm sorry. Sunday. See how it's going. We're so
it's a
busy.
lot. You got to be at a lot of places.
We absolutely, but we do want to come to Windsor. Windsor is very special to our heart, and Amherstburg and Leamington and Essex. It's very close to our hearts because years and years and years ago, I'd say about 1,000 years ago, my aunt and uncle lived in Windsor.
Of all places, wow!
I know, of all places. So it's pretty special to us.
I learn something new every day.
I know. And not only that, the kids, you kids have got to be good because you want to be good because it's the right thing to do. And I'd like to talk about the Christmas spirit.
Yes, please do so.
The Christmas spirit is so important. It's about caring about your next-door neighbor. It's about giving somebody a smile. It's about opening a door for somebody. It's about just kindness. That's the Christmas spirit because you know what? There's a little light in every one of us. And the more you do, and it doesn't take a lot of money. It just takes a smile. It just takes a nod. It just takes a handshake or have a great day or Merry Christmas to somebody. And you'd be amazed at what happens to your heart and their heart as well. So that's one thing that Santa and I really are strong on. Be kind to one another. Not just at Christmas, all year round.
All year round. That's why it's so important to be nice and good. You end up on the nice list, but it's amazing to be such a kind, nice person.
Yes. Yeah. And that's how we operate up here in the North Pole. Everybody's kind to each other.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little about the North Pole right now. How's the weather looking like for you there? Because we haven't gotten much snow down here in Windsor, Essex. It's kind of been grayish. What's it like up there? Is there a big snowstorm?
We all year round. It's cold. so we love it, but we come to different places in the summer and to get away from the cold. Like you run away in the winter to places to get warm. We come down to have some warmth in the summer. So we have a place it's a secret place, Santa and Mrs. Claus, a secret place that we go in Canada actually and stay there for a few weeks and then we go back.
Wow.
So yeah.
You vacation in Canada. Very nice.
Yes, we do. We vacation in Canada. So you never know where we will be, and you know what? You never know who we are because we wear different clothes.
Oh.
Yeah, the winters we wear all red and white. That's what we wear. And in the summer, you should see Santa. Some of his tops, oh my God, they're Hawaiian.
Santa's on vacation, and rightfully so. It's not easy. It's not easy.
That's right. And I also want to mention at Serenity Escape, they're holding a canned good drive, like any non-perishables we'd love to have, because there's people out there that don't have anything, and we don't want to miss them.
Right, and it makes, the elves a little easier. They don't have to make any more, than they already need to. It's harder.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So all the boys and girls out there, if you can, kindly please bring a canned good as well, non-perishable food item.
And we are also doing Le Pete Cafe on the 15th of December from 12 till 2. It's 822 St. Rose Avenue, Windsor, Ontario. And we're doing them, and then we're going to, that evening, we are going to Chuck's Roadhouse in Essex.
Very nice.
Essex. And that's the 15th. That's Chuck's Roadhouse in Essex. I'm sure everybody knows that because they're a big organization. They have Chuck's Roadhouse everywhere. But
They
this
do.
is the Essex one, and it's 347 Talbot Road North. And we'll be there from 4 to 7 p.m. And they are doing a non-perishable canned drive as well. So Santa and I are just thrilled that everybody's pulling together this year, But most of the people that we come and see, we just love, and they treat, you know what? Amherstburg, Leamington, Windsor, when we come down here, you all treat us with such care and kindness, and we want to thank you for that.
Oh, well, that warms my heart to hear that.
Yes.
Santa and Mrs. Claus are loved everywhere. All the reindeer, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph, every single one of them, they're all loved. We love them so much here and all over the world.
And you know what? They love you. Like when the reindeers hit the roof and Santa's going down that chimney. Oh, and it's funny. I've had a lot of children ask me, how does Santa get into a house if there's no chimney? Well, on our wall, we have a special key, and Santa takes that, and he can open any door in the world.
Wow.
So I want them to know that. We've been asked that question several times. So Santa can get in. He's got a special key. So I just want to put that out there, too.
I did not know that. That makes a lot of sense. That's something I never really thought of.
Yeah, we've been asked a lot of questions throughout the years. Santa and I have been married over 600 years.
Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of things that I'm sure that I don't know that how you both can do what you do. It's incredible. It's magic almost, it's beautiful. I've never even got to hear the reindeer hit the roof of my house. I've always been asleep, sadly, never heard Santa come down.
Aww.
But every time I wake up, all the presents are there.
Yes. You know what? Santa is so good. He'll sit down. We also do, and we've done this. We call it up in the North Pole, Peekaboo Christmas Eve. And what it is people ask us, would you stop in and just stay a little while? Or, what we do is we'll stop in, and the reindeers, I'm telling you, there's been kids that have caught us. And they come in, they put the gifts under the tree. Santa is always keeping an eye on the elves because some of them can be a little mischievous, let me tell you. And also, don't forget, everybody that has an elf on the shelf, they, at night, when kids are sleeping, they turn around and they come to the North Pole, and they report what the kids have done throughout the day.
Oh.
Every evening. You've got to remember, our world is not like this world. It's magical. They can, wherever you have them, they can jump and come right to the North Pole within seconds. So they report every evening how each child is doing.
Very good. I did not know that. I was too old for that. There was no elf on the shelf when I was younger. So that makes a lot of sense, though. You always wonder how those elves are moving around the house and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. And they are awesome elves, every one of them. We make them. They think that their parents buy them in the stores, but we really make them.
So there's a little magic in them.
Oh, there's magic in them, let me tell you.
Very nice. Well, I'm going to try and remember this. So December 7th, you're going to be at the Windsor Crossing Outlet Mall. December 8th, you're going to be at Le Pic Cafe.
Yep.
And Chuck's Roadhouse later on in the evening.
Actually, the 15th, we're going to be at Le Pic Cafe. We're going to be on the 15th. And the 15th. That's not this weekend, but the following weekend, we will be at Chuck's Roadhouse from 4 to 7 and Le Pic Cafe for the 15th from 12 to 2. So we do 2 in one day.
Yes, very nice. So the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st at Windsor Premier Outlet Mall, Windsor Crossing, and then the 15th, Le Pic Cafe, and then later on the 15th at Chuck's Roadhouse in Essex. And then
Serenity Escape Salon and Spa and Jerry and Jenny's. Jerry and Jenny's is very well known, it's a little it's not a little, it's a good size diner. It's a diner. They're open, so some people come down and have a hot chocolate, and they come and visit us, and we go back and forth from the salon to Jerry and Jenny's. And just to visit with people that we've known, all their life, you know. We remember you when you were just a little boy.
Oh, yeah. I've visited Santa many, many times. He came to Amherstburg to a couple different places. He came to Windsor, the mall, a couple other different places. I went and saw him many times. Yes.
Well, you know what? We really make ourselves come down, especially, like I said, to Windsor, Essex, Amherstburg, Leamington, because this is very special to us. And for us to come down at this time with all the busyness at the North Pole and the workshop and making cookies, I make millions of cookies.
Oh, boy.
And then we have Santa. He's got to get some rest because then he comes back after the 25th and he goes to bed.
And, rightfully so. That's a long journey. That gets, tiring on anybody. And even at Santa's age, I don't know how he does it. So Santa, it is well deserved.
Santa's about 986 years.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I feel like that age right now, and I'm only 29.
Well, he's on cookie power.
Cookie power, yes. Well, Mrs. Claus, this has been phenomenal. Santa, thank you, both of you, so much.
Oh, you're welcome, yes.
I really appreciate the both of you taking the time because it's so busy. We're so close to Christmas. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm sure all the boys and girls out there and even the parents are just thrilled to hear both of you speak.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you so much, Santa and Mrs. Claus. Hope to see you soon.
And have a very Merry Christmas.
You too as well. I'll keep you on the line to say proper goodbye to you both and maybe find out a little more about the elves and the reindeer. But I know all the boys and girls were thrilled to hear you. So thank you so much.
And you know what? We send our love and blessings to each and every one of those children.
Perfect. Santa and Mrs. Claus, say goodbye to everybody.
Ho, ho, ho. I'll see you on Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas from the North Pole.
Merry Christmas.